Well, Darren, we've just heard the news about Jack Baldwin between 10 and 12 months. What a huge blow for the club and the player as well.
Yeah, massive blow for the player. You know, obviously for the club, but first and foremost for the player. And innocuous sort of thing, and his studs have just caught in the grass. Monday morning we were worried. We felt that it could be a really bad one, and unfortunately it's turned out that way. But many players have had this injury, you know, in this day and age. You'll recover from it, you'll come back stronger. We've got to help them through the next 10, 12 months. Obviously the boy's devastated, but players have come back from it. I'm sure he will.
Yeah, as you say, I guess it's all about now supporting him as a club. He's going to need, you know, the teammates and his family as well to get him through it, because it's a long, extended spell, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a long time. Mentally, it's a long time. You know, even if you can cope with an injury, it's maybe 8-10 weeks, but that length of time, you'll have to get around it mentally. And I think he was a little bit shocked at first, but no, we'll support him. He's in the right place. We'll give him all the help we can. I've spoke to him, obviously. Staff have, I'm sure the players have, the chairman has, and it's just about getting the swelling down, getting the operation done. He'll be the best person in the country, and then getting on with the rehab. I'll keep him busy though. He can become one of my scouts now, so I'll keep him busy.
You will. You send him to a few games, make sure he's involved. I suppose that's quite key. Yeah,
we've got to keep him involved, and we can keep him involved by taking him to games and things like that. But each individual's different about how they want to. Some might not enjoy watching the game, you know, in terms of because they know they're injured. But no, I'll keep him busy, and it won't do him any harm, and he'll go out to some games and things like that, and it passes quick. It'll pass quick.
Do you have enough cover there? Do you think? I mean, you've got a few centre back options. Is there enough there without Jack?
Well, I've got 3/4. You know, I've got Burgess, Santos, Gabby, and Boswick can play there. Obviously I lose Gabby next week for the Walsall game, but it's only for one game, and then, you know, there's a good break even if they do qualify. So we'll see how we go. There is the possibility of getting one in, but we'll see how we go at the moment.
Was there any temptation to recall Brisley? I know he's extended his spell now, but was that on your mind and your thinking? Yes,
it was. But he's playing there, and if I brought him back, would I put him straight in the team? I probably wouldn't have. And I think I'll go down a different direction. If I feel I need one, I think I'll go elsewhere.
Carlisle next up then. I assume it's full strength side because you're desperate to progress. You like the cup competitions, and also you want to wrestle back some momentum after the last couple of weeks.
No, it's for all those reasons. I've got to pick what I feel is the strongest team, and it really is a case simply of, look, you know, we can talk as much as we want, and we can say we're going to do this and do that. We've got to give a performance on Saturday. The players are fully aware of that, and it's up to us to put up a performance between a lot of us, get the right result obviously, and get a good performance.
It's one of those games where it's almost a no-win, isn't it, for yourselves? Because obviously people expect you to beat Carlisle given their league position and the fact they're a league below you. But if you win, people will say, well, you know, you should be. If you lose, people will be on your back. So it's one of those difficult ones, really. It
is, and I know what you mean, but for us, really, I think it's just about building blocks and getting momentum back. So we won't look at it as if we should be beating them, because you could say that about the teams we've lost to already this season. We should ideally be beating them, but we've just got to go about it the right way, and we will get a performance, get the right result, and then we can build on that. It gives us something to build on, a foundation to build from, and I think really that's all we're looking at the moment, Nick. That really is a key game on Saturday for that.
Carlisle, they've actually had a bit of a resurgence under Keith Carr. 4 wins from 8 league matches since he arrived. I know they slipped up at Portsmouth, but certainly they seem to be a stronger side than they were before he took the helm.
I think generally when managers, normally, you look at the stats, short term there's a reaction for different reasons, different ideas, a different voice, things like that. You know, players have got different motivations. Some that haven't been playing have been playing. They'll bring some players of his own in. All them different reasons. Long term, you have to wait and see how it goes. But yeah, there's been a reaction short term. I think similar to last week's opponents. They had a new manager as well. Might give them that extra yard. But I'm really my only focus is on us on Saturday.
Yeah, it's a case, isn't it, of if you're at your best, you should be winning and progressing to the next round. I guess it's trying to produce your best form now, isn't it? Because it's been tough last couple of weeks.
No, it has. It's been nowhere near our best. We can't shy away from that. we've taken criticism quite rightly, because it's a game where you have to take both. If you're doing well, people say you're doing well. If you're doing badly, quite rightly, you should be criticised as a group, and we're not shying away from that. What we're trying to do is keep working hard and not use excuses, you know, and in terms of, you know, the goals we're losing are soft. We have to be stronger mentally, you know, and it's something we spoke about this week. But we've got to get back to the levels. If we can get back to the level performance, we've shown we've won 8 games. You know, if you look at the league, we've won 50% of our games. If you win 60%, you're going to get promoted on it. So we're not miles away, but obviously the last 3 games have been really disappointing results.
You talked a bit about the formation on Saturday, how it didn't quite work in the first half. A temptation then to go back to like a basics in a way and go 4-4-2 and try and use your strength out wide?
Well, we've got that. We started the season like that. And it was something that I felt with the players we brought in and the players we had, it was a good formation for us. The difficulty with it is, and again, I'm not making excuses, it's just the way it is. With the injuries we've had to chop and change different times, different formations, different players. There's only 3 players in the squad not been injured. That's an incredible stat. I've picked the same team once, so there has to be chop and changing. Last week I got it wrong in terms of I should have went with a 4. I wanted to be persist with the 3 at the back because I do like the system, but that's sometimes my stubbornness, you know. But we changed it after half an hour, and to be fair, when Jack got injured, when we did, I thought we did okay with it. We had a lot more energy and a lot more of a threat. So we've looked at that, but we could play any one of 3 or 4 different formations, and you have to get your tactics right, as I do as a manager. There's no question about that. But you have to get the performance. Doesn't matter what formation you're playing. You have to get the performance, and we're due a performance, especially at home.
Yeah, and looking back at the recent record on the FA Cup, we've got an excellent tradition of making it to the 3rd round, and then it's been tough to move on from that. Do you feel it's really time for a good cup run, a chance possibly to play one of the big boys at some point, because that's kind of eluded you since you've been here as manager? Yeah,
the only time we got a big draw was I wasn't even here. We played Tottenham, so no, I think you're right. We see plenty of other teams having good runs in the cup, and what it can do, it grabs everyone's imagination. It's great for your revenue, it's great for the players. I would really love a good cup run. It is one thing that I've probably not had, and it would be great to have one. You know, last year if we'd have got through the round, we'd had Sunderland away. That's a big game, you know, but let's get through the first one hopefully. But there's no question that there's no reason why we can't go on a good cup run. There's no excuses in terms of them resting this one or that one, isn't it? We've only got that in the league. We're out the other cup, so no, I'll be playing what I think is my strongest team Saturday.
Yeah, we've talked about the negatives in terms of injuries already, but one positive is that Carvacell is back for you, an important player, and he's proved to be important with his goals. He's got 5 in just a few games.
He's been a real bonus for us. Yeah, his finishes have been all different types of finishing, headers, left foot, right foot, and he's got that in the locker. Was playing with real confidence. He's a good character as well. He's a good person around the place. He's a good talker, and it's great to have him back, I have to say.
And the fact as well that he linked well with Washington, didn't he, early season, must be a real bonus for you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, one thing I did speak about in terms of what I was looking for this season was a real focus was on. I didn't feel we had enough partnerships last season, and again the same because of the injuries this season. But I felt Vassell and Washington looked a threat. I felt they looked good together. But it doesn't mean I'm going to necessarily start them on Saturday, but having Carl's backs, there's no question is a boost for everyone.
So in terms of injuries, obviously we've spoken about Jack Baldwin. Cozzy is still a couple of weeks away, is he? I
would say Cozzy would be Walsall. This one's come too early for him, so yeah, he's done a fair bit of training with a fitness coach, not done much with us, so next week you'd look for him to progress to training with the group and have a full week, and then I would say he's be involved against Walsall.
And with Michael Smith playing particularly well at a right back or right wing back so far this season, is there a temptation to have a look at Joe Newell again at left back to give you the balance? I mean, he's shown he's strong down the left side, hasn't he, recently? Yeah, with Joe, it's again I have some sort of a picture in my mind for where I want to develop Joe, and I certainly think it's the central area in midfield. We tried him there Saturday. There wasn't much space there, to be honest. He was better when he had more space in front of him at left back. But sometimes if someone's
doing really well in a certain position. I just feel Joe, that with the confidence he's got, he'll play well wherever I play him. So, but yeah, I mean, he's clearly with Cozzy out. If I play with a 4, he'd be the one I'd play left back.
And of course, you've got your skipper back as well, which is important.
Yeah, that's a big one. He's an important player, Jack. I think sometimes when you look at a team and players within a team, sometimes they go unnoticed. When they're not in the team, you notice them more. And I think we noticed that last week. I think we missed Jack last week.
You've been having a look at Keanu Marsh-Brown this week, Darren. Is that just having a look and seeing what he's got in his locker?
We've been aware of him for quite a while. He's a good talent. Things have just not worked out for whatever reason at Barnet. That can happen, as we know. And we're just having a look at him this week. That doesn't mean we have to make a decision this week. It just means we've shown our interest and we're just having a little look.
Bit of pace here, lad. Would he's quite quick, a wide man.
Very quick, very quick. Can play on the left, can play on the right, can play off the front. Yeah, he's a good player. I think he's a good player, and obviously that's why we're having a look at him. But we've managed to sort something out with Barnet. They've been good enough to let us have a look at him.
No time scale on that then, it's just a case of you'll see how he goes over the coming days, sort of thing.
No, I don't think a decision's needed at the end of the week, let's put it that way, yeah.